Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we will be discussing Elizabeth Holmes' issue, the former CEO of Theranos. Elizabeth Holmes was once a prominent figure in Silicon Valley, known for her innovative blood testing technology and her company's potential to revolutionize the healthcare industry. She began attending California's Stanford University in 2002, where she studied chemical engineering and worked alongside Channing Robertson, a dean who would become one of Theranos' first board members. Holmes left Stanford in 2004, at age 19, and using her college tuition money as seeding, founded a company, and one early investor was venture capitalist Tim Draper, the father of a childhood friend and founder of Draper Fisher Jurvetson. Theranos soon claimed to have developed several proprietary methods. One eliminated the need to collect blood samples through traditional needles, instead using a fingerstick that collected tiny amounts of blood into a small tube called a nanotainer. Another was a laboratory machine that was able to run dozens of tests on the same minute amount of blood, testing for everything from diabetes to cancer to heart disease. Theranos also pushed for new legislation in several states that would allow the tests to be administered without a doctor's note. Both technologies would have revolutionized the blood testing industry, a $75 billion annual business. Theranos offered these blood tests at a significantly lower cost than traditional testing labs in hospitals, whereas some conventional tests could cost hundreds of dollars. Theranos offered them for less than $5 and offered faster results. Who invested in Theranos? One early backer was her father's friend, Oracle superinvestor Don Lucas, who then brought Oracle founder Larry Ellison on board. Tim Draper, a venture capitalist who saw promise in companies like Tesla, Skype, Baidu, Hotmail, later joined, with Holmes a childhood neighbor and friends of Draper's daughter. According to unsealed documents from several lawsuits brought against Theranos, other investors included the founders of Walmart, the Walton family, who gave $150 million, Rupert Murdoch, who invested $125 million, the DeVos family office put in $100 million. In addition to the scions of the Cox Telecommunications family, who lost a cool $100 million, there was also the Mexican tycoon Carlos Slim, Robert Kraft, and the Oppenheimer family, who once owned De Beers Diamonds. Holmes also insulated herself with an authoritative and established board of directors. This included former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger and former Secretary of State, Labor and Treasury, George Shultz. On the board also sat two former Secretaries of Defense, Bill Perry and James Mad Dog Mattis, in addition to former Senators Sam Nunn and Bill Frist. Theranos end. May 2018 reporter John Carreiro, who first broke open the story of Theranos for the Wall Street Journal, publishes Bad Blood. June 2018, Holmes and her boyfriend Balwani indicted on criminal fraud charges. July 2022, Balwani guilty of federal fraud. After 4 full days of deliberations, a jury finds Holmes and Balwani guilty of 10 counts of federal wire fraud and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Like Holmes, Balwani faces up to 20 years in prison as well as a fine of $250,000 plus restitution for each count of wire fraud.